This video is brought to you by Roguedeckbuilder.com. Purchase a playmat today and help us make the move to our new studio. We have over 10 playmats to choose from. Visit Roguedeckbuilder.com. Hi there, it's Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com here with match number 1 with our U-White heroes. Of course, this is a mulligan. Way to start out the day. This is going to be most likely another mulligan. I think we keep it, though, on the draw. Can't cast anything. If we get like a Fabled Hoplite, though, then it's not terrible. And I'm not even going to crack my Flooded Strand until I need to, because I don't want to mess up my ability to, thin out one card. So, 2 lands and we're golden. We have an Ariak Bondkin or a Battlewise Hoplite. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to come out with like a Rattleclaw Mystic, okay. But, yeah, we definitely have to hit a land drop here. Pretty much, I think, our chances of racing out. Well, that actually works. Unfortunately, that card didn't come out last turn, but we'll go ahead and throw it out. We have Aqueous Form that we still can't do anything with, but at least we can put like an Ajani's Presence on it, etc., etc., etc. I'd love to draw into a blue here. A blue would be very good. Bile Blight would kill my Hoplite if he has it. It just looks like Elvish Mystic and Mystic. So he can ramp into a lot. But I think we hold back our favorite Hoplite, because the Rattleclaw can actually get in there for some pretty good beats. Fortunately, Satyr Wayfinder. Okay, so this is going to be probably some sort of reanimation. And he does hit his land. Yep, Nyx Weaver is in here. He is going to come in with Rattleclaw, and we'll definitely block it. And then Ajani's Presence. Too bad we have a God's Willing, because that would actually work out better. So there goes the Rattleclaw. Again, we need that Aqueous Form. He's down to very few cards left in his deck. He puts a card on bottom, so he did not like the top. Ordeal Thassa would be decent as well. But we miss it yet again. At this point, I just want to not attack. And I guess 20 lands is probably too little, especially with the Flooded Strands. I have to go up to like 21, 22. Nighthowler is actually pretty decent here if he's got... Strength of Fallen's actually pretty decent. But if he attacks with that, I will kill it. And keep my guy alive. So we'll do it again. See if he's got like a Hero's Downfall in response. Appears like he does. Yep. Unfortunately, that's a thing. Yeah. And at least we do block that damage. So now what we need to hit is a land here, of course. There's a Mana Confluence. A little bit too late for that. We'll definitely just throw out a Bondkin. And we have Feat of Resistance, which will be really cool because it will make it a 3/2 first striker. But it looks like he's just coming in with the crowd. So I don't know what quite to do here. If I just sit back. A Morph guy. That's just going to be a Rattleclaw. So there's a God's Willing. I kind of want to put an Ordeal Thassa and get in there. But I think we just sit back even more. We need to hit those land drops. Cool thing about Feat of Resistance is we get first strike here. But, he's just got incredible ramp. He needs a Whip of Erebos. I don't know what he uses. Maybe Nemesis Immortals. Maybe Nighthowler. It's going to be a Nighthowler on his Satyr Wayfinder. And then he's probably going to... So he's going to give his Morph creature +5/+5. So can we... we feed a resistance, we can kill off nothing. We can kill off an elf. God's Willing at least allows us to scry. And Stubborn Denial would have been good if we can get him big enough. So I think we do just get a first strike on him. And we block the 5/5. So, unfortunately, I think this is going to be the right play. Give him pro green. And we'll block the Night Howler. But we take very significant amount of damage here. Down to a 5. And we have, again, nothing. So he just attacks in with his 5. I have to block it, and he keeps... Or maybe Battle-Wise Hoplite at least can just be thrown under the bus here. Again, we had to hit a land drop of that turn. And I guess, 3 lands is probably ideal. So going up to 21 to 24 mana is probably the right route. But if he draws any sort of creature here, just attacks in there, that's fine. We'll block with the Hoplite. And he puts out another Elvish Mystic. And there's God's Willing, which actually doesn't do anything. I believe we're just dead here. Oh, come on, lands. Where were you? Clear down. Yep, land count's going to go up. We'll fix that next game. Disdainful Stroke doesn't do much. Let's see if Battlefield Thaumaturge can tap down stuff. And if he's going for like a big... Banishing Light, he probably has ways to get rid of it. Suspension Field, same thing. Citizen Battle Priest, I don't think we need... I don't think this is supposed to be in here. I think that I ended up cutting the Citizen Battle Priest for... Yeah, the sideboard got messed up. I guess it didn't save with what we ended up with. So I'm definitely going to mess around with the sideboard and see what we can do to make this a little bit better. But you know what? I don't really care too much. Maybe these Soldier Pantheons actually seem quite weak versus him. So I'm going to take out the Soldier of Pantheons. And I guess we can bring in a Battlefield Thaumaturge and maybe... Do we want Lifelink? Does Lifelink... A Falconer actually seems pretty good. And Ordeal of Heliod, does that get us above? But, I mean, this 1/3 can block a lot of his stuff. Maybe not. Nah, it's not a good one. I'm going to go launch the fleets here with Battlefield Thaumaturge. And we'll bring in also the one of Glimpse of the Sun God. And we'll try this to see if this works out better. Again, I don't think this Swan Song's quite necessary. So yes, we'd like to play first. There's a keepable hand. We have a first turn Temple of Enlightenment, and we need Promoss to actually stay out. We have no 1-drop. I guess with Soldier Pantheon, this gets a little bit harder to get off the best draw possible. Again, it's between the Lagona and the Soldier Pantheon, which I think is going to be more powerful in this format. I'm going to go ahead and scry away this land, as we do have plenty. And he's splashing in blue here. Okay, he's got Rattleclaw for something. Probably, I don't know what his reanimation target, if he even cares about reanimation, but I'm going to go with an island here. Now, we'll go with the Flooded Strand, and we'll go... At any point, we can go get another land. So if he can actually keep with us with the Hero's Downfall, our strategy's pretty bad, but if we can get a Bramaz off and just protect it, we're in great shape. So I kind of just want to wait a turn to do so if I hit a land here. Yep, I think that's actually the right move. Instead of running right into a Hero's Downfall, which is possible, that instead... No, we're definitely just going to chuck out Bramaz. So let's cross our fingers for no Hero's Downfall. And it is a black source. Oh, joy. Joy, joy, joy. That's magic. Oh, yep, Sultai Charm again. I guess we just throw out the Hoplite and protect it. Next turn we can ordeal Thassa. And it's going to get quite big. And then we'll draw cards back. So here comes the Satyr Wayfinder. See what it finds. So it's a Sargu Mauler that he actually puts in here. And he gets the Llanowar Wastes. So next turn, yep, Ordeal of Thassa can just go right on the favorite Hoplite. Or we could put out a Battlewise Hoplite here. Now, but I think it's just Ordeal of Thassa on the favorite Hoplite. We could try to hit a land drop here by attacking in and then a Johnny's Presencing the favorite Hoplite, or just launch the Fleeting it. And that would give us our cards back, but I think we just protect it. It's just one more turn. So we'll attack in, puts a counter on him. Attacking him for 3. He's down to a 17. And getting pretty close to just plain casting the Sargu Maulers. Night Howler is going to get very, very strong soon. I mean, it gets +2/+2 at the moment. A Nyx Weaver is going to help put stuff in his graveyard. But here we will just attack in with the favorite Hoplite. And then we'll have a Battlewise Hoplite out as well. So I'm going to go ahead, attack in with the favorite Hoplite, which will put another counter on it, and destroy. So we're going to draw 2 cards here, which gives us a Fabled Hero. He's just going to take the damage. And yeah, we'll cast the Fabled Hero. Seems like the better card. And we have another land drop for next turn. So he puts 2 cards in his library. He gets a Nyx Weaver out of it and a land. And again, he could have like Nemesis Immortals. But Fabled Hero is looking very lethal with the God's Willing. But a Night Howler on a Nyx Weaver, not too worried about that. And he doesn't decide to attack in. So in a turn, I could actually Johnny's Presence on the Fabled Hero to put it up to a 3/3. And can I get it big enough? I'm trying to decide. I think I can. So Johnny's Presence, since he can't do anything in response, which puts 2 counters on the Fabled Hero. We give him Pro Green and an Ordeal of Thassa, and that's game. So there's another Johnny's Presence anyway. So it's going to be a, let's see, a God's Willing puts him up to 4/4. A Johnny's Presence puts him up to a 6/6. And Ordeal of Thassa puts him up to even higher. So God's Willing. Puts up to, and then we Pro Green. Put that on the bottom. And then Ordeal of Thassa puts him up to a 5/5. Yep, and he knows he's dead because then it goes to a 6/6. I would have to have one more card, but yep, I draw into some pretty juicy stuff. I'm liking these actually Glimpse of the Sun Gods a little bit better. Spear of Heliod I don't think needs to quite come in. Suspension Field can really... Well, I think Glimpse of the Sun God is decent. And Soldier of the Pantheon actually seems a lot better now that I know. So maybe we will bring in the Spear of Heliod Soldier of the Pantheon. It can block like the Nyx Weavers all day long. It can block. So the Falconer can come out. I don't really care about flying. We can take out... I'm going to take out the Auric Bondkin as well. 3 cards left. Do I need to go this Battlefield Thaumaturge route? I kind of want to. But I want to go the Spear of Heliod route more. I think Aqueous Form is actually good in this. Feud Resistance is great. Seeker of the Ways, Seeker of the Way, Seeker of the Way, Seeker of the Way. I do want Seeker of the Way in this deck. I'm going to go ahead and take out a Battle-Wise Hoplite, and it's between Seekers and Battle-Wise Hoplites, and I think that I'll go 2 of each, and then we can cut down 1 more card. These Stubborn Denials are actually... We'll cut down 1 Stubborn Denial, I think, and go ahead and call this good. Submit this. Very capable hand. God's Willing, Stubborn Denial, Aqueous Form for our Bramaz. We can start with the Temple of Enlightenment. And we have really no dead draw here. Another land's fine because we'll wait for Bramaz. But now we'll scry away. I do want that. I do want to put some sort of aggression. Let's see if a Satyr comes out here. So he's getting his... So it's just a Rattleclaw. Definitely okay with just a Rattleclaw coming out. Next turn we'll put the Soldier of the Pantheon. And we have Stubborn Denial or God's Willing to protect it. At this point, do I care about a Rattleclaw if he decides to put it out? So he's going to go Sidisi Blood Tyrant. That is a creature. I can't do anything about a creature, so this is non-creature spell. So anyway, it's going to be able to come out and see how many he should get 1 zombie out of this. He does. He gets another Sidisi in the graveyard and a Mystic. So again, I think I wait 1 turn on Brimaz. So that I can use... So I can tap down creatures and scry it in a turn. Yeah, Sidisi's actually pretty powerful. So whenever it attacks, right? Oh, wow. He can get a lot of value out of that card. The Sidisi Broodmate. So Herald of Torment. Can that be countered? I believe it can. Because it's being cast as just a creature. As an enchantment. So we can counter it unless it pays 1. He doesn't have the 1. And I believe I'll just tap down. Just tap down this guy. We're going to put that on the bottom. And he decides not to get in with the zombie token. So there's an Ordeal of Thassa. We'll Flooded Strand here. And we'll go ahead and get a 1 of Island, possibly? No, we need the... No, it's fine. 1 of Island is okay. And we'll go ahead and put Mr. Cat out. Yeah, so Soldier of the Pantheon was actually quite terrible in this match. Hopefully he doesn't have another Herald of Torment to put on a Sidisi. It's just going to be a Satyr Wayfinder. See what he finds. He finds no lands, and he'll get one. He'll get 2 triggers. Okay, so it does trigger for each instance. So very powerful card. I don't think he can afford to attack in here, though. And a Nyx Weaver. We'll get a gain of life here. But now we can put the Aqueous Form on Bramaz and Ordeal of Thassa and still keep up the Gods Willing. I think that's the right. Ooh. Now, Fabled Hero is very juicy. But I'm thinking I want to set up my draws. So it's going to be Ordeal of Thassa on Bramaz. Other than he just puts in a 1/1. Yeah, maybe not. I think I am going to go with the Fabled Hero. I think it's a more powerful choice here. But, oh wow, is he going to start getting the zombies? With Sidisi. Nothing there, though. He just gets a Thoughtseize in the Avamaya Coast. Need to really, really be careful for another Herald of Torment on his Sidisi. Which is going to be a Sagu Mauler, which is okay. It's something that Soldier Pantheon can at least... I guess it doesn't do much. But it's something our Fabled Hero can deal with eventually. So we do need to outrace that. We could put out another Soldier Pantheon just as a blocker. So I'm going to throw Aqueous Form on the Fabled Hero. Now, can I survive a turn? I gotta see if I can survive a turn here, because if I Ordeal of Thassa, and we can still leave up the Gods Willing. Which now it's going to be lethal in 2 turns. So he'll go up to a 5/5. Yeah. So then and he's got 2 counters, so I'm gonna draw some cards here. Get a scry 1 before. So we're going to stack it like this. So we get a scry before the draw. Get rid of a land if we'll put that actually on top. That's really good. And then we get to draw the 2 cards, which we get an island here, which doesn't do much because it's the wrong color. And he's down to a 10. And then next turn is definitely going to be lethal. All we have to do is just block with everything possible. So he's going to put 2 more cards in. He misses any significant amount of with his... Does he have 2 Heroes Downfalls, though, for the Fabled Hero? Nope, just a Satyr Wayfinder. And I think I need to go with more Aqueous Forms in the sideboard for sure. Again, this is just going to be about trying to figure out what cards are powerful and what cards are not. And maybe Hero of Iros is a decent little card. I don't like Hero of Iros over the... I find... Well, he does get bigger and bigger with auras. I just find him... I don't really like to go the auras routes, but Ordeal of Thassa is definitely one of the auras that we want to abuse. So we could go that route, and that'd give us a better 2-drop than maybe Battle-Wise Hoplite. But yep, he knows he's dead, and that's match number 1. So we'll fix this and then see how well our deck does with a little more lands here, and maybe I will go over the Hero of Iros route. Anyway, this has been Ken with Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.